Good morning, everyone. I'm Jenny G, and thanks for tuning into my channel. Make sure you hit that little subscribe button in the corner there in order to get new videos and content that's coming on my channel. Yay! So we're going to talk about the cosmic vibes. What's going on the week of May 9th to the 15th? Now, some of you have seen a lot of change. I did a video before on Mercury retrograde, the eclipse, and the new moon, all in one video because that was life transforming. How many of you have seen a lot of like shocking events or all of a sudden heard something very shocking? Like, are you seriously kidding me? Really? Oh my gosh, wow. Like it's been a lot of shocking events happening. Obviously in the world, that's pretty standard nowadays. However, I want to know what's going on with you guys. What have you really just transformed? What has majorly happened to you? That eclipse energy, and we're still in it. Like literally right now until the 21st, you're going to feel that energy of the eclipse, which is bringing up huge ancestral healing for you. That eclipse really shook people up. And what was not in alignment with you was shown. So the more that you are trying to struggle, and it's going to continue on this week, what you're struggling to fight or end or come to terms with, to let go, your soul wants you to heal. So you very well could have had more emotional time, more emotional energy. It could be a lot higher. We just had that full moon as well, that Budak Wesak, that huge portal 555 May 5th full moon. I didn't get a chance to do a video on that. I've been unpacking. So for those of you, I decided to stay where I'm at for many, many, many reasons. And it's all about what and how we make of it. So that eclipse really woke me up as well in a really, really good way. So you have to be grateful for where you're at and how far you have come and what you've been through in order to see more clarity on situations. So it's been a real blessing. And whatever lessons that you're going to be going through this week, especially, really, really pay attention. Really pay attention. Because you're going to be healing. You're going to be letting things go more because you're like, wow, that just happened to me. What can I do? Surrender. Surrender this energy. Work with this energy. Your soul wants you to release. Some of you have been feeling more of your angels by you and presence of your loved ones coming around. I literally had one of my dearest friends, Sutru Ram, who passed on at Christmas, come through for me the night before I started packing or unpacking. And I'm like, you're right. You were right. And all I could hear was, I'm here for you. I'm here for you. So I'm not going to talk about that. I'll get all teary-eyed. So be very grateful where you are. You've really come a long way. Be gentle on yourself because this week's energy, it's going to be affecting you more, of course. So you might find that, like we're still in Mercury retrograde until the 14th, 15th. We're ending Mercury retrograde. Yay! However, we still have that post-Mercury retrograde lingering on for the next couple of weeks. So even myself, I purposely booked something that I had to book, but I waited until the 16th at least to book it, right? So because it's like, okay, I don't want to be going through that during Mercury retrograde. Even though we have the post effects as well, it's still okay. So it's also still giving you that opportunity to reset things that were out of alignment, reset things that you're struggling with, reset things that you want to revamp, that you want to reutilize and such like that. So you're going to see past situations come up. Still, people from the past could be lingering around this time as well. And that gives you the opportunity to forgive them, to reconnect with them, all of those things. But just take it easy, you guys. For those of you who have just really met someone, To have a first date and really start dating somebody new during Mercury retrograde is not recommended realistically. You can communicate with them and such like that, but just kind of slow things down until after the retrograde as well. Okay, because you're still healing during this time. So you might find that even on the 12th, that you're going to have a lot more energy, like, wow, I really want to get things down. I really want to spend the day, catching up on things that I'm behind on, or maybe I really, really want to do some exercise in that. But on the 11th and the 12th as well, pay really attention to your ankles and your calves and such, because that can throw things off. That can be a little bit more sensitive. So if you have like, you know what, I'm going to get a day, I'm going to like do yard work, I'm going to do my workout, just really do some stretches before and after, and don't really, really, really push it, because certain days of the weeks you're going to find that certain body parts are a little bit more sensitive. So you might find even on the 9th and the 10th, like your knees, your backbone, your lower back, your joints in your body, and your skin and your hair might have a little bit more issues as well. Take it easy. Just take it easy. So the 13th and the 14th, watch your feet, your toes, pineal gland and such like that, more sensitivity. I had a friend that every year, seriously, for years and years, she would break her toe. And I'd be like, how did you do that now? I was just walking up my stairs. Yes, but they're carpeted. I know, I know. So sometimes certain body parts take time to heal longer than the other ones. So on the 15th, 16th, and 17th, you could have some teeth issues. Maybe some of you are getting like dental work done. You could find like more head pressures and such like that. Your tongue and your arteries and such could be a little bit more sensitive. So just try to take it a little more easier during that time. And we're still in the Taurus stellium this week, which will help you stay grounded even more so. So you're going to find that this week, especially on the past 4 weeks and the next 4 weeks, really take a look and reflect, especially on the past 4 weeks, to see where you are today, right now. I'm just going to turn on my fan. It's really warm in here. And it gives you that time to say, what did I really go through? Like, we had so much explosive events going on with the eclipse and the new moon, Mercury retrograde. A lot of energy has been pouncing forth for us to really pay attention to really reset what was out of alignment. So that's why right now, especially this week, you're going to be like, wow, oh, I'm tired. I'm feeling exhausted. You might just want to spend more space and time alone. Like, geez, I'm just really sensitive right now. I need some space to really come to terms with things, to really start healing. Because we also have in the mid of the week as well, you're going to get triggered. There could be some inner turmoil going on the 10th of May that you're still processing, that you're still letting go of. And that would be a perfect day to get regrounded, maybe get in touch with nature, go for a swim, go on a nature hike, like anything that's away from the noise of the concrete jungle of that, because you have to show yourself some love. Show yourself some love, show yourself some compassion. It's really important, and set more boundaries, balance out your days a little bit more. Like, we have Neptune, energy as well, which is aligning with the moon. And, like the moon can bring on heightened more intuition as well with illusions. And you might be like, geez, I'm still processing. I need to do that soul work within. My intuition is telling me, what, you need to do this, or you need to do that. And really pay attention, you guys. Show yourself some love. There's huge ancestral healing going on from your other lifetimes as well. So some of you might be having more intensive dreams. Really pay attention. That's still going to go on. Like, some people might say, Jenny, I just had this dream about this and that. Like, oh my God, like, is that person going to die? Is that person sick? There's many messages from that. You could have a dream about maybe a friend just died, for whatever reason. And it very well could be telling you, pay attention. Pay attention. A lot of people are leaving the planet for reasons. I'm not going to go on about the vaccinated and the unvaccinated. However, as we've seen, a lot of more medical situations with the medical world has been exposed. We also have this week after the 11th that the US borders are opening up for the unvaccinated. Thank you, Lord. I can then start my travels after that. So there's a lot of things to be grateful for, and it's really important to really look back, as I'm saying. So you're going to start to find that your communication is going to start improving as well. Mercury kind of, caused problems with communication. So you might find that, it's going to be easier for me to really start talking to this person more. Pluto retrograde came in on May the 1st, and it's here till the 10th, bringing in rebirth, destruction as well. Destruction of the old order to bring in the new, especially on the world events. So you're going to find that even this year, some of you have already noticed fertility issues. I've been talking about that with my predictions even beforehand. And please keep in mind that if you are having fertility issues, there's so many children out there who are abandoned, who are living in poverty, who have nobody to love them, who have no parents or family. Perhaps maybe looking into adopting a child instead. You have to go by what works for you. Do what feels right for you. Always very, very important. So it's really important to stay away from a lot of conflict, a lot of fear. I had a friend of mine tell me, like, they saved up for a long time. They wanted to go somewhere where there's a volcano. And they're like, Jenny, that was my dream. I've always wanted to go there for the volcano and everything. However, their friend had come in and says, oh my God, don't. Do you not know about Nostradamus and all of the fear and how the world is doing this, and that? Like, if you go by the volcanoes, you're going to burn to death. It's going to explode and da, 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 da. That person with their negative mindset and their fear set stopped my friend from going. She canceled her trip. She lost money on it. She was devastated. So I'm not going to talk about it about much. However, stay away from a lot of negativity. Stay away from people who live out of the modality of fear, because it can stop you from your path. It can stop you from your soul's journey. I mean, you never know when anything is going to happen at any given time anyways. I got myself caught when I was turning 40 years ago. I thought, I want to forget I'm turning 40. So I booked a flight over to Ireland and such. And during that time, it happened to be the transatlantic bombing. So I was right in the middle of all of that. Right. And I'm like, that's what I saw. Wow, how much the world has really, truly changed. We've all seen that always. I was right in the midst of that. I'm not going to go on about what happened and everything like that, but that's when I got a huge reality check of, oh my gosh, wow. From what I saw and witnessed and went through at that time, I'll never forget my 40th birthday, which I was on purposely trying to forget, right? So different world events can happen at any given time. So it's not like, okay, let's book that flight for next year. Try to stay more in the now. And it's all about being realistic. What season are you traveling in? Is it during hurricane? Is it during a rainy season? Is it during, like, all of that? Really pay attention. Like, I don't recommend somebody coming to Canada in the winter time because it's so cold here, unless you're a skier or that's what you really want to do, right? So it's just really being realistic and being realistic. Don't have this fear mode stop you. I've even had people say, oh my God, Jenny, this is going to happen. Don't do that. Oh, don't do that. And I'm like, that's their perception. We all have our own level of perception, of course. You always have to do what feels right for you. So you might see different things like this that you've been struggling with, that you've been letting go of, even more so from the healing, from all this COVID crap, everything so much and more and more and more. So this week, very well, is going to be a very big healing for you, really big healing for you. So you're going to feel even more of a shift, and you have been feeling a major shift within anyways, especially during the eclipse energy. Transformation, it's like, wow, I just felt a shift with something, I don't know what it was. So keep in mind, you're healing from different lifetimes right now. You really are, especially this week. You're going to be letting go more. letting go. With Uranus retrograde, it will work with you to help you be more adaptable and grounded and more in alignment this week too. So one day at a time, staying in the now. But if you immerse in that negativity and that fear with other people, you're going to become that. Who you surround yourself with, you become. So be really mindful about situations. We have seen how the world has divided up and split. Families have split up, relationships, marriages, business, all of that is split up between the vaccinated and the unvaccinated. That's not love. It's all about unconditional love and kindness. The planet is wakening up. You're going to find that you're even more drawn to certain soul tribes, people who you resonate with, connect with, still healing from how you got treated by people, family, friends, work, all of that due to the unvaccinated and vaccinated as well. We're still healing from that. I'm not vaxxed and I got treated like shit. I can tell you that, to be very blunt. So for those of you who know, you know exactly what it's like. We all have that given righteousness to do what we choose at any given time. And you have to do what's right for you, what feels right for you, regardless of what. So that's why this week as well, there's a lot of letting go. There's a lot of healing and so on and so on. So please be gentle with yourself, okay? So I'm going to pull a couple of cards to see what Spirit has to say as well for this collective week here. And when I have a client come to me, I don't use cards. I'm a psychic clairvoyant medium, past life Akashic record, animal communicator, meditation teacher, life coach, pranic healer, all of those things. So I don't use cards. I can see whatever I want to see. I observe more than what I say, actually. So when somebody books a reading with me, it's very, very detailed. So you can always book soulworkwithjenny.com. So anyways, whenever you guys use cards, please make sure you knock them 3 times on wood to clear the energy when you last used them or somebody else. And I've already cleared these decks, by the way. So before I even started this video. So let's ask Spirit. I say we because I channel and work with the Christ consciousness and I get messages 24/7 nonstop from Spirit. It is what it is, right? So let us see what the message is for May 9th to the 15th is from the spirit world. What is the message from Spirit? And right away this fell out. Yeah, like how suiting a card is that, right? So right here, get into nature, coexistence, gathering unlimited waste. Look at that energy. When you are getting in touch with nature, you know how this week it's going to be about self-love and loving yourself and healing and showing yourself some love and compassion. When you get in touch with nature, you're away from the distractions, you're away of the noises from the concrete jungle of the city life and so on and so on. Even whenever I take my dog for a walk, I usually don't bring my phone, or if I do, for instance, I have it on mute. I like to have that space and time with just being in touch with nature, hearing the birds sing. I get messages all day long from the spirit world, like, as I'm saying. So sometimes it's like, okay, I need time for Jenny. I need time to regroup myself for whatever way. So see how there, that this woman here, very past life, very, very ancestral. What a beautiful card. No wonder this card came down. Look at that. It's like, I'm taking some time out for me. I'm going to get regrooted within my roots, what resonates and feels right for me. So make sure that you guys are doing that whenever you get overwhelmed with situations and such like that. So I'm also going to pull a card from the crystals. I love my crystals. And there's different healing cards. There's different healing modalities. Like even here's one of my crystals. Since I begin to unpack, by the way, here's one of my big crystals. I have many different crystals, by the way. I could even open up a store. But see, this is amethyst, and amethyst is really good to heal from. Amethyst is really good to open up your intuition. It's really good to also feel more grounded, taking time out for you, hearing what energy is. And even whenever I listen to this energy, by the way, because this is heavy. This is a very heavy crystal, right? So it's really heavy. And even sometimes I'll just close my eyes, tune in to the energy and the messages I'm hearing. I'm actually hearing something right now as I'm doing this. So I'm hearing go, 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 go. So for those of you who have those projects that you want to go or want to start planning vacations and stuff, go, 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 go. Start planning that. But see how beautiful that is. I love my crystals. Love my crystals. So that's one of the many crystals. There's many that will help you, whatever you're drawn to. So let us see what message from May 19th to the 15th from the crystal world is. What's the energy? Atlantis Lemurian. Let us see what the message is from the crystal world. Let's see what the energy and the message is from our crystals. Wow, 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 wow. Okay, so wow, what a beautiful, I have one of the crystals too, by the way. I don't have it near me, but I do have it in my place. Kyanite. Look how beautiful that is. And you know what I really noticed right away when the card fell out here? Can you see the face? Look at that face. And what did you guys notice? Look at that. That's your third eye. That's your intuition. That opens up gateways and portals and everything to see the clairvoyance. Right there, your pineal gland. Right there. Look at that. So really pay attention to what messages you're getting in this week. And the more time you take out to heal, to let go of what you're struggling with, then you're in your soul. If you start listening to ego and such, you're not going to hear clarity. You're not going to get those right messages coming through. And look how beautiful this card is. It's blue, which, represents the throat, which represents the throat chakra as well. Communication, as I mentioned earlier, is going to start opening up even more so. So if you're doing an important talk, wear the color blue as well. That will help you. Look how beautiful that is. Look how beautiful that card is. Thank you, Crystal Worlds. So let's pull a card also, by the way, from our angels and ask the angels, what is the message for May 9th to the 15th? What is the message from our angels from May 9th to the 15th? Wow. Okay. So you know how I was just saying, get in touch with nature, get outside more, and even here in Canada, finally we're seeing the spring. Yay! I saw the little robins outside, and actually in certain areas the grass is starting to get a little green, and I'm like, oh wow. When I saw the little bit of that green grass coming up, I was really excited. The littlest things I'm so grateful for. So fresh air. Your body needs refreshment from oxygenated air generated by grass, trees, plants, and flowers. Spend time outside, as near to Mother Nature's cradle as possible. Open your curtains and windows to refresh your home as well. And you guys might even find that you are like decluttering. You're letting go of items, if it's clothing or furniture, or just certain things. You're like, I have extra of that. I really don't need it. I'm going to donate it or give it away, or maybe it's broken. I'm just going to throw it out and such like that. So decluttering your home space. Some of you might be like that clean spring cleaning. I'm going to clean my outdoor windows. I'm going to clean my patio. I'm going to start planting those seeds in my garden, or I'm going to give my place a fresh coat of paint, whatever it is, right? But just make sure you guys take time in that fresh air and get outside and immerse in Mother's Nature's energy and beauty. That's what it's there for. There's enough destruction in the world with our so-called leaders, which there are no real leaders as far as I'm concerned. I've talked about that forever. Who are trying to destroy our planet. It's very obvious what's going on and who and so on. But we won't even go there because it's negative, right? So let us ask Spirit, What's the message for May 9th to the 15th? And you guys might also find, like, even on midweek as well, you might be getting a little bit more headaches. We still have solar flares and ascension symptoms going on as well, which can bring in headaches, head pressures. Um, you might find that your body feels a little off, and that's why I say certain days of the week, your body's going to feel more sensitive than the others as well. So, just take it easy on you guys. Take it easy on you guys. So, you're going to see, and you have seen similar events back to April 2005 and 4, 1987, 1969, if you can remember, during this eclipse. And there's still that kind of, after we're still in that eclipse till the 21st, and you still have that opportunity, by the way, to reset things too, because with the energy of Mercury retrograde. But please really pay attention of what needs to go. Habits, bad habits, toxic relationships, toxic energies around you, things like that. Really pay attention, because your soul is bringing things more to the surface, right? For you to say, you know what? You just don't connect with that person anymore, or that situation, or whatever. We all have our own evolutional journey of our soul. And this week could be the dark night of the soul, even more so, as we're healing and letting go, even more so. So you can even use, here's one of my little crystals here, pink quartz, pink rose quartz, helps you with healing and letting go and self-love and such, and you could, I love my jewelry because I love it on my body to, like, if I don't have a crystal on, I literally can leave my body, right? Go into the old astral plane and such like that, right? So, you can have it on your home, you can have it on your body, you can have it in a medicine bag or in a pocket in your bra, or whatever works for you. Whatever works for you is what is the best way and how to handle the situation too. So let us ask from the spirit world, May 9th to the 15th, what's the cosmic vibes for this week? What's the cosmic vibes for this week? Right away. Oh, how fitting. What was I just talking about? Self-love. Now, this card is also interesting too, because we're in a 7 universal year this year, by the way. And this card adds up to the number 7. 16. 6 plus 1 is 7. And if you take a look at, see, self-love, and what am I saying this week? This is a week about healing. Self-love, you have to start thinking of yourself and setting boundaries. When you're getting those phone calls coming in, or messages, or people saying, do this and do that, and do this and do that, you need to step in and set some boundaries for you. Because the only way you're going to be able to heal and to work through things is to take time out for you. Yeah, but Jenny, I have a busy life and I have a family, and I understand that. So if you're normally going to bed at 10 o'clock at night, just for an example, whatever time, try going to bed even, earlier if you can. For you, if you normally get up at 6 o'clock in the morning, maybe get up at 5:30, or just lay in bed for a little while. Take longer breaks. I know, Jenny, but I normally get together at lunchtime with my coworkers and stuff. And I understand that. Maybe take a break from that. Maybe say, I'm just gonna, I'm gonna make a phone call, and I'll catch you guys tomorrow, or whatever like that. Take time out for you. Go for a little walk, or go in a little corner and such like that. When I used to work at the hospice, whenever I was on my breaks, I'd hide in the hospice and go to different areas, because I needed that space and time to really have to myself, to let go and regroup and get myself grounded, and just to have time and space and quiet time for me. So self-love can be even like like painting your nails, having a long bubble bath, going for a workout, going to go see a movie, like whatever it is that makes you feel good. Whatever it is, self-love, what's best for you. What works for you, regardless of what. So I want to know what you guys are doing, that you enjoy doing, right? What's self-love for you? Let me know what's self-love for you. Okay. So what a beautiful message there, from our spirit world. And how it shows the land, it shows the water, it shows our animals on earth, and also our sea animals. And I've been talking about our sea animals for quite some time, how things are going to start to get washed up more on shore, let's say, which we've seen and we're going to continue to see. I did a 2023 predictions in my video. You'll have to go back to my channel and look for it. I think I did it December, January, I don't know, but that's why you have to subscribe to Jenny's channel. Hello. So anyways, I'm wishing you all a beautiful, beautiful cosmic week, and make sure that you take time out for you. You're going to be healing and letting go more this week, coming to terms of things, balancing things out. And it's all about you. Please take time for you and set some boundaries. I have to set boundaries all the time, because if you don't set boundaries, people are going to take you for granted, but that's up to you. Sometimes we have to go through that to say, you know what, I've had enough. I've been taken, advantage of for too long. People just take me for granted all of a sudden just to do this and da 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 da. Sometimes that we're just coming to terms with things. We're like, you know what, that doesn't work for me anymore. You have to balance the give and the receive out, because if you don't, you're going to not have prosperity and abundance coming to you, because people just expect you to do everything for them. We all have our journey. Never judge anyone. All right. Wishing you a lot of love and light. Namaste, everyone. I'm Jenny G. I'm an international known clairvoyant psychic medium, past life Akashic record, animal communicator, relationship coach, meditation teacher, and so on. I am here to tell you there is some exciting news. I'm revamping my YouTube channel. That's right. There's new content coming out weekly. I'm going to talk about the weekly cosmic vibes, what you're experiencing and why, how to utilize that, and giving you the reasons behind it. We're going to talk about the new moon, the full moon, Mercury retrograde, and I'm going to give you those insights, how to manifest and make things happen for you at the right time. It's time, everyone. It's time to wake up this planet. Let's show some love and compassion. Let the fear go. Let the negativity go. Let's do this together and transcend your soul in quantum leaps. I'll be here. Where are you? Hit that red button at the corner there, subscribe to my channel, and let's make this happen. Let's do this now. Namaste.